Alright guys, my name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today guys, we are talking about the legendary election here on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I'll put a link down to this page I'm looking at right here, right now in the description below, as well as I also have a poll of what I consider probably the top 4 most hyped characters. At least I felt like that. Obviously I had to leave some out because on Twitter you can only do 4, but I have a poll. You guys can go vote in over on my Twitter. I'll put a link to that down in the description as well. So I wanted to focus on something very important before we move forward in this video, something that I actually didn't see initially until someone in one of my DM threads pointed it out. I believe it was Nort or D3 or someone like that. So anyways guys, was that this says clearly right here before you actually click on the UR. Break all limits to become a legendary. The road to LR is a long and harsh one, but some mighty warriors now stand at the verge of that glory. Choose your favorite UR character and vote to make them true legends. So what this sounds like, let's get to the page with all of the different things, which you guys more than likely saw this, but I kind of wanted to talk about this and break it down a little bit. But the part that I'm sure a lot of people missed was that it says your favorite UR card. So we need to take a step back and not only think about what do we want to see as an LR, but also think what do we want to get even more powerful, basically. So pretty much everything on here is literally a card that is already in the game in some form or fashion. And I've heard some people say, well, how would this work, or even how would these two work, or how would Team Bardock work? And similar to how you pull Goku Black on the double rates banner on JP right now, but when you Dokkan Awaken him into a TUR, Zamasu comes into the picture. So you pull him as just a single and solely Goku Black character, but when you get him to TUR and of course LR, Zamasu joins the picture. So things with Team Bardock, it could easily be one of the Bardock cards, and you go Dokkan Awaken him from TUR into LR, and then his whole team is there with him. Same thing with Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. Same thing with Cell and Cell Jr., one of the TUR cards in the game already. Strength, Tech, Intelligence, hopefully not Intelligence, unless they want to make it super OP and just change them all together. But bring Cell Jr. into the picture. And I figure that's more for an aesthetic and super attack type thing. Basically, the card art and the actual super attack would be Cell and Cell Jr. joined together. But I wanted to talk about this. A really big thing here is that it is talking about, or makes it sound like, it is not going to be a brand new LR, brand new SSR that would have to get all the way to LR. It's a card that's already in the game. And if you look at all of these in some form or fashion are in the game. So let's start with SSJ4 Goku. That literally means the SSJ4 Goku that is dropping, as I'm filming this, literally in a little over an hour. By the time this is on my channel, there will be a summoning video very soon after the fact, but still. That means the strength SSJ4 Goku has the potential, if it wins this vote, to become an LR. So what does that mean for his abilities, right? Once he is TUR'd, he's 120% plus 3 key to HP, attack, and defense, to strength types, to hero strength types, plus 1 key, and 50% to extreme strength types. I think I just said extreme, but I meant super. Anyways, so regardless, he's on 120 lead. So does that make him a 150 lead if he wins this and become an LR? Same thing with this guy. Does that mean he changes from a 50% to heroes to a 70 or a 90% to heroes with plus 3 key or even more? So that maybe changes my vote a bit. Because when I first looked at this, like, let's talk this, because I've had a lot of people asking me already over on Twitter and stuff like that. What's like your top 3? What's your number 1? I fully was with Rhyme and a lot of people saying I want my boy Beerus to get an LR card, because I feel like right now Beerus has 2 cards in this game, Tech and STR, that are worth anything, and they're not really worth a whole lot there anyway. So I would love to see Beerus, especially the fact that it's showing him doing his Hakai move right there. I would love for that to be an LR. But now that I'm sitting here thinking, well, that's going to either be his tech or strength card, more than likely getting an LR. And actually, let me take a small interjection here, but just in case this ends up not being the case. But wording in Dokkan Battle sometimes can be really strange. But it literally says, choose your favorite UR character and vote to make them true legends. So the wording makes it sound like we are choosing a UR character that is already in this game and making them an LR. So that would mean the Tech or Strength Beerus would become an LR card. That maybe changes my vote. So if we're talking full on just characters, Beerus probably gets my number 1 pick. Vegito Blue gets probably my number 2. And number 3 is probably a really close tie between maybe Team Bardock and Merge Zamasu. Just because you guys know, if you guys have been around for a while, you guys saw how hard I went for Merge Zamasu, and I think they could do something amazingly cool with an LR card for Merge Zamasu. But the main reason I'm not saying Goku for just and I'm talking full aesthetics. The main reason I'm not saying Goku for aesthetics is because we already have a really good Goku card. We already have a really cool looking Goku card, so it's whatever. But if we're talking about usability, you guys know I have a stupid like obsession with my strength team, and it might change my vote here. So we'll talk about that in a second. Let's talk about everyone though. So we've got, of course, the 120 strength Goku that would go from TUR to LR. We have the Heroes lead 50% to HP attack and defense, plus 3 key to plus 3 key to Heroes as well. Vegito Blue, which I assume would become a 90% HP attack and defense, and plus still probably stay plus 3 key because they can't make them too OP. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I'm not sure if that would be necessarily the tech one or the Fizz one that just came out. You know, you just don't really know. I assume it'd probably be the tech one since this is on global. Super Saiyan Future Trunks, obviously the intelligence one just came out, so that may increase his key. That may make him the plus 90% HP attack and defense. Same thing with Merge Zamasu. He's the extreme lead with plus 1 key, plus 70% HP attack and defense. So would he become plus 3 key and plus 90% HP attack and defense? Kid Buu obviously has a very, very large amount of variants you could choose from. You have the tech one that Dokkan Awakens into the South Kai. You have, of course, the God Lead, the Intelligence one, that is the plus 120, the AGL one, the Fizz one. So a lot to choose from there. So I assume they would just Dokkan Awaken one of them and make him an LR. Metal Kura Army, which he, I assume, would be the Intelligence one that does Dokkan Awaken into a TUR from Dokkan Battlefield medals. And then I assume you would just make him an LR from there. Golden Frieza probably would be his tech one. And what I assume too, the reason why they're referencing actual scenes is when they Dokkan Awaken, that's what they would essentially look like on their card art. So instead of, hopefully you probably can't hear that beeping outside, but anyways, obviously this guy would go from being kind of like rushing towards it to actually punching at the screen. Anyways, back to what we're talking about. Beerus, of course, we talked about him the most thus far. Team Bardock, they could choose any of the Bardock cards and take them from TUR to LR. Ultimate Gohan, the physical AGL one, or the intelligence one. I probably want maybe the physical one. I don't know. That would be an interesting one. I imagine they would use a Kid Goku card for this one, but I guess technically if they use any of those three, you could Dokkan Awaken them into being all three of those. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, I mean, I guess they could just grab one of those. Cell, they'd probably use the Strength one, I would think, maybe. And then Demon King Piccolo would be, I guess, more of a free-to-play one because you get him from the actual ticket banner from the World Tournament on the Dragon Ball banner. So now that we've talked about him, I would say my number one probably as far as usability and who I'd like to see get the LR would probably be this guy. Because if he ended up getting an LR and was a 90% HP attack and defense plus 3 key, and I could run all my heroes with that kind of boost, I mean, it's almost too OP. I mean, it's almost absolutely too overpowered. You could throw LR Gohan on that team. You could throw all kinds of people on that team, and it wouldn't matter. I mean, as long as they were a hero card, they're getting that plus 3 key, and they're getting that plus 90%. And again, I'm also just throwing those stats out there. Maybe it's just plus 70%. Maybe, again, we don't fully know what they would all do to an LR card here. Beyond that would probably be the SSJ for Goku. Again, since this is not going to be a brand new card. And it makes more sense now, because why would they throw a Super Saiyan 4 Goku if it's going to be a separate card? Because it would make you not want to pull for the current one if you know there's a potential of an LR one coming out that would be even better. So it does make a lot of sense that these really are just going to be URs that are in the game that are going to get the LR kind of experience, basically. So, and then behind him, as far as actual usability goes, I think I would probably have to choose either this guy or this guy. I would like to see this because that would look awesome. Are you kidding me? A SSJ3 Gotenks looking like that would be really, really cool. But I don't know. I don't know. There's so many good cards. Ultimate Gohan would be nice. Cell, I mean, all of these would be really cool to happen. And as far as changing things up and being different and not being so, we already have an LR Goku. We already have all these LRs. It'd be kind of cool to see something like a Master Roshi, Kid Goku, and Kid Krillin. It'd be kind of cool to see a Team Bardock. It'd be even really cool to see a Metal Cooler Army. But I think as far as a straight usability goes, as one of the URs that are in the game right now turning into LR, I'm going to have to probably these be my top 2 picks. Because Mono Strength would get even more crazy, and freaking Mono Heroes would get even more crazy. So anyways, guys, I do think, I feel like a lot of people, including myself at first, missed this piece right here. Choose your favorite UR character. So it's not just a brand new character entering the game. It is going to be a UR that we already have that will then become an LR. So anyways, guys, that is today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like button. Enjoyed or found it helpful, either one. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. Keep on keeping on. Nanogenix here signing off, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.